Yet another training video going over operations through Square and in the register for the bars and the handheld terminals. What this video is going to go through is changing menu tabs, making bar and office requisitions from both the register and the terminal, and as well as closing a tab to AR. So the first thing that you will see is on the register, your default screen is going to be the bar menu screen that you see here. Now, if you need to make a bar requisition to get any restock on products, we need to change menus. So in the top center of the screen here, you will see a magnifying glass and a little book icon. This book icon will open your menu list, and here it's a matter of figuring out, are you doing a bar requisition, an office requisition, or bar paybacks? So from here, bar requisitions here, and it will give you a list of all of the products you can get restocked at your bar. So let's say that we need Summersby Apple, we need some Neutral, Crown Royal, a Captain Morgan, and 2 cases of water. These will all be added to the right, just as if it was a normal bill with a transaction. You will notice, however, that everything here is $0 because this is all configured to send a notification to Central Control to notify them of what you need. Review what it is that you are sending the request for. If you are happy with that, we are actually going to go directly to simply pay, and we are going to mark this off as $0 cash because this will send that ticket and have it print in Central. Click here to new to get back to our menu here, and to get back to our bar menu, we click on that book again, bar main, and we are back to making sales. Now, similar but actually easier on the handheld terminal, we don't need to change any menu screens here. You actually instead have these 2 menu groups, these 2 category groups directly on your screen, separate from your short cans and your bottled water. Say here in this case that we need to make an office request. Here we are going to say that we need 2 rows of loonies. Now, anytime that you are going through these categories, when you make a selection, it will bounce you back to this screen, so you will have to click in a few times. But we want those loonies, we want a roll of toonies, and let's say we need to do a cash sweep and a ticket sweep. To review what it is that you are requesting, click Review Sale. If you are happy with what is here, we are going to click Charge instead of Pay here. But we are also going to select cash. We're going to tender just to close that off. And once it has been recorded, we are going to go new sale in the top right, left corner of the screen. And to get back to our selling page, we are simply going to click the X for the tickets if we are just working with general sales, and we are back to where we want it to be. Now, if we have to close tickets to AR, there are a few different ways of doing this. You can either go directly to the device in the section that needs their ticket closed, or you can do it from the back office in the iPad that will be set up for this purpose. Now, if as a manager you are just prefer or are closer to go directly to the device itself, you will notice the logout screen down here will actually show BW, or the abbreviations of whatever user session is signed in to be making those sales. Before you go to close anything to AR, you want to log out that bartender simply by clicking log out here, and actually log in now using your own badge if you have one. You will tap it to the customer display on the back side of the register. But for some reason, if your badge isn't working, or you don't have one, you want to securely and secretly enter your passcode into this 4-digit number here. So I'm just going to type it in because you won't see what it is. And now it will have your abbreviations, in the bottom left corner here. So I am Sarah Square, and you will see SS. Now, before we actually go to close that bill, we need one more action to do. You are going to click into the More menu here and the Modes gray bar at the top here. Now, this is a manager-only function. If anyone attempts to do this using their own passcode entry, it will not allow, but with your manager mode, you will be able to. So click into Modes here, and you are going to scroll and find the AR mode. When you select that, you are going to click Done, and it has now switched in to AR mode. Now to close that ticket, it will default you onto our ticket pages here. We're going to use our test large bill from earlier. This is the bill that we want to close to AR. We can review everything that is on the bill, make sure that that is everything we need to close. And from here, we are simply going to click Pay. However, you will notice that there's only one option here for check. No card, no cash, just check. We are clicking on check here, and we are going to write the note of what we are closing this to. So in this case, we are going to close it to Square. This will add a note for the office team later to bill to that client. Record payment, and similar as to it was with cash, we're simply going to click New Sale, and it brings us back to our tickets. Currently, we have none. Now, before you pass it back off, the device back off to the bartender, we are going to switch back to bar mode. So back to our more, back to our modes, and bar mode is right there. Click Done to reset the device. And before you walk away, this is very, very important. You need to make sure that you log out here. So if your initials are in the bottom left corner, click log out, and then the bartender can step in, sign in with their instance, and they are back to the bartenders doing their sales.